You guys, I got some exciting news for all of you, okay? I am pregnant, okay? I am trans and pregnant. Yes, I am. Okay. Okay, that's a B for real. Am I pregnant? Roostah? Am I? Laser? Yes. Yes, you are. So, okay, listen. What is this about? Is this a troll video or is it not a troll video? Yes and no. Okay, so listen. That's actually, we started off kind of weird saying I'm trans and pregnant and whatever. Can't get pregnant if you're trans. Sorry to say. Not that if it was medically possible, I would not do that. I just think that's disgusting, an abomination, to be completely honest with you. Just like, no. Males do not have the hip width enough to actually give birth or anything. But that's beside the point. What I really wanted to discuss is, if you've been following my journey this year, this crazy year with the hormones, talked about the pills and how bad they were for me, went to the patches, skin irritation, the estrogen wasn't enough because I was only able to put on 2 instead of 3. Then the injections, everything started out really, really good, and then it just declined, and I felt miserable and terrible. So, I got the lab work back, and I got the lab work done. If you remember a previous video where I said the injections were destroying me, I did the lab work a few days after that. Okay, so that was when I was doing 10 milligrams of the estradiol injected per week. Got the lab work back. My estradiol level when I was on pills was about 120. That's taking 4 milligrams of estradiol a day, because like 90% of it is discarded from your body. When I was taking patches, it went down to about 50, which is basically close to a menopausal range. But I was not doing the full amount that the doctor prescribed, primarily because the skin irritation, the patches were so large, I could not fit it on my body. Massive, just all that sort of stuff. But that was when I started to feel like my best. It was amazing. Then, on the injections, went to the injections, my level is 750, doing 10 milligrams a week. Isn't that absolutely insane? 750, whatever the units are for estradiol. So we went from 120 pills, 50 patches, 750 for the injections. The reference range, I am above the range for a woman who is ovulating, so I'm above that of a woman having a period, and I am in the range of a woman who is pregnant. That's why I said I'm pregnant. So, what I have determined, because of how I feel with the estradiol, it's not the estradiol levels that are making me feel bad. Like, my estradiol level could be very high and I could still feel fine. It is the medication itself, when I inject it into me, when it absorbs into me, or whatever. Which is why, when I was taking pills, even though my estradiol was much lower than it is now, I felt much worse taking the pills than I do now. Like, the way that I've felt, well, today, because I've cut the dose in half from the estradiol, I feel so much better. Okay? I mean, not as good as I was when I was taking the patches and the dose was even lower. But obviously, I'm having some sort of reaction to the estradiol itself, the medication itself. Which, that's probably a good thing then, because with the pills, because so much is discarded by your liver, taking 4 milligrams a day, that is the standard dose. That is a lot of estradiol to be taking every day. So my body was never able to actually heal. It was constantly in this state of stress by taking this estradiol. With the patches, at the most, if I did the maximum, I would have gotten 0.3 milligrams of estradiol a day. That's a huge difference between 4 milligrams a day and 0.4 a day. I mean 0.3 a day. Okay? With the injections, if I'm doing half the dose of what I'm currently, like what the doctor prescribed, so that would have been 5 milligrams a week. 5 divided by 7, I don't know, what is that exactly? Like 0.7 or something? 0.7 milligrams a day? Something along those lines. So I think that probably still needs to be cut in half as well. And then I should feel amazing. So what it is, it's the estradiol medication itself that's causing the problems, not the high estradiol levels. And that's fascinating. That's very fascinating. Now that actually, as I said, that's actually better. That's actually better than the estradiol levels being too low or too high and causing a problem. Because what I can do then is I can minimize the amount of estradiol that I'm taking, that I'm injecting, minimize that to such a low amount that I'm able to still maintain a very good estradiol range, but with so little of the active medication and the other ingredients that I'll have very little side effects. Because even at the dose, it's only been like about a week since I've cut the dose in half from what the doctor prescribed, but I already feel better. But I noticed, like, after I do the injection, for about 2 days after that, I have the symptoms that I've mentioned, like very cold feet, the brain fog, some of the mucus, dryness, dehydration, drinking tons and tons of water. So all of that is specifically related to taking estradiol, not high estradiol levels. So as I said, that is good. I can lower it down. I can minimize those side effects while still retaining a very good estradiol range. Now, mind you, I think I probably should still be adding in testosterone, but for whatever reason, my body is very sensitive that I'm able to, the fact that my estradiol level was 750, only taking 10 milligrams of estradiol injection a week for only like a week and a half that I was doing that for before I got my lab work done, that is pretty crazy, because I know people who have had surgery, after surgery, who are taking probably double the dose that I am, in order to maintain their levels in a good range. But it's like, why for me am I like so sensitive to that? Maybe it's because I'm so thin, maybe. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. So I don't know. It's kind of relieving as well that I can perhaps still take the estradiol and not have to like detransition back into like a man and just stop it entirely. But I do think it would be perfect if I could get a little bit of testosterone and lower the estradiol dose even more. Or maybe when you're taking testosterone, it kind of counteracts some of the estradiol. That could be a possibility, which means then I could be on like a dose that I'm having now, a relatively low dose, but then take the testosterone. I don't really know. I really don't. But all I know is right now, you guys, I am so pregnant. I am so pregnant with this baby. Like, I'm gonna call it? I'm gonna call it Roostah Jr. He did right. Roostah? Does that mean you're the daddy? Let's not talk about that, lady loser, because that is inappropriate, because that is called feet-iality. Yeah, let's not talk about that. That's just disgusting, right? So, anyway, you all take care. Have a great one. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'll catch you later. Bye, guys. Say goodbye to my baby. Yeah.